Good Tuesday, everyone, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is the video forecast analysis discussion for a blustery Tuesday, the 19th of November, 2013. Scattered to broken to overcast conditions across the region this morning. These are stratocumulus clouds at about 5,000 feet, and howling northwest winds are still gusty at 10 to 15 miles an hour. These are sustained winds, but there's gusts certainly into the 20s and 30s as far as the winds go this morning. The temperatures are already modifying into the upper 30s to the low and mid 40s across the region. There's less cloud cover across New York City and out towards Long Island and southeastern Connecticut and interior Connecticut as well. But the clouds spilling off the Great Lakes, producing stratocumulus clouds over variable amounts of regions this morning, even some light snowflakes or some light rain showers here in northeastern or northern New York State here over the Hudson Valley area. Elsewhere, just basically cloudy skies at sunrise this morning and a chilly northwest wind. From the New Jersey Weather and Climate Network at Rutgers, here's some winds. These are wind gusts this morning at sunrise. We find winds in the upper 20s and lower 30s across many areas here in northwestern New Jersey, including just outside of New York City. And central and southern New Jersey has wind gusts this morning into the 20s and 30s as well. And with those winds and cloud cover across the region, the temperatures this morning not that cold, but still it feels much colder than that when you factor in the wind. These are the minimum temperatures this morning at sunrise. Temperatures were generally running in the mid 30s to around 40-45 degrees across the region. Here's our stratocumulus clouds this morning. Stratocumulus clouds this morning across the region, making for mostly cloudy skies, broken to scattered cloud cover. Some breaks of clearing here from Philadelphia through Vinland, New Jersey, and points south through the Delmarva region, and also some patches of clearing up the Hudson Valley and into Connecticut this morning as well. Central and eastern Long Island has generally a partly cloudy to clear sky across the region. Small craft advisories for the south shore of Long Island until 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. These are for strong northwest wind gusts at 15 to 20 miles an hour with frequent higher gusts, and seas a little bit choppy at 2 to 4 feet across the region. Small craft advisories on the south shore of Connecticut, the north shore of Long Island until Wednesday morning at midnight actually, and also small craft advisories on the New Jersey coastal waters and into the Chesapeake until 1 o'clock on Wednesday morning. VFR conditions across the terminals today through the next couple of days. Here in Newark we have broken clouds at 5,500 feet. The temperature is 44 and the wind is out of the northwest at 17 gusts to 25 miles per hour. And for today, scattered clouds, mostly about 5,000 feet early this morning, and just a few scattered clouds across the region this afternoon. But the winds are still an issue for today, even at the terminals here. We have northwest winds at 16 gusts to 25 knots throughout the afternoon, and then the winds begin to subside at 13 gusts to 20 knots later tonight. We'll find less winds late tonight into tomorrow morning out of the northwest, subsiding to about 10 knots with some scattered clouds, and then early tomorrow morning some jet stream clouds at 25,000 feet. For the Philly area this morning, we have broken clouds at 5,500 and 6,500 broken too. Temperatures 44, dew point 21. The wind is out of the northwest at 15 gusts to 22. And for today, a few broken clouds this morning, and then just a few scattered clouds early this afternoon at 5,000 feet or less, and breaking up. The winds out of the northwest at 15 gusts to 24 knots. Those winds subside later this afternoon and tonight, becoming northwest to nearly northeast in direction at 10 knots or less, with a few scattered clouds, a few upper level clouds at 25,000. That's cirrus clouds tomorrow morning. Morning surface weather map from WeatherRoanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere software shows the high pressure ridge across the Ohio Valley building across the region today, tonight, and tomorrow. So generally moderating temperatures. Will have high level cloudiness moving into the region tomorrow morning. Some stratocumulus clouds across the region. Those are lower variety clouds on a strong northwest wind continuing throughout the afternoon, and the winds will begin to abate. Temperatures will begin to rise this afternoon, but with the wind chills, it's going to feel quite chilly out there. Still do have tropical or subtropical storm Melissa out here in the Atlantic. Here, advisory number 4 early this morning at 5 a.m. The winds at 55 knots, 65 miles an hour, so it's still a subtropical storm at this point. in nature. Maximum central pressure 982, and it's moving to the north at 8 knots, about 9 miles an hour. Will not affect any land masses during the life cycle of this storm. Morning visible satellite imagery shows the cold air in its striations here as the northwest winds make it over the tops of the mountains here in northwestern New Jersey, with a clear to overcast condition at times where the stratocumulus clouds are just making it over the top of the ridge here. The ridges of the mountains. Mid and upper levels of the atmosphere on water vapor is dry. We find moisture influx increasing across the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys later tonight and tomorrow morning, and some of these higher level clouds will be getting into the region tomorrow. GFS forecast in motion from the College of DuPage Next Generation Weather Lab, best known as NextLab, at weather.cod.edu. And we see the northwesterly winds across the region this morning as the ridge of high pressure over the Ohio Valley begins to swing east. The winds will be strong today, but they'll begin to subside during later this afternoon and tonight as the pressure ridge now is over the top of us tomorrow morning and throughout tomorrow afternoon with a north to northeast wind, a light wind across the region with the center just over southern New England. We'll have some warmer air building into our southwest tomorrow, and that means that some high-level cloudiness is possible during the mid and late afternoon hours. But still, the ridge of high pressure right over the top of us over the New Jersey, New York City metro, Philly area tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a nice day, a little bit less windy, a lot less windy actually, and a little warmer. And then we have to watch for what happens on Thursday night with an increase of cloud cover and then precipitation from a storm system pulling up towards the Great Lakes, a warm front moving through, and then a cold front moving through the region on Saturday morning. Now, the prog time for this, the storm is going to strengthen over southern and southeastern Canada, just northeast of the Great Lakes during the day on Saturday. That's going to draw a strong cold front through the region. The timing of the cold front is imperative here because we could find a little moisture, mostly some scattered light rain showers across the region, similar to what we've experienced the last couple of episodes here as the cold front moves through. Showers move through the region, and then very cold, blustery northwest winds take over, and it's likely that we'll see some snowflakes in the air, at least some snow showers or even flurries at best across downwinds Lake Ontario and Lake Erie on Sunday morning. The big news story on Sunday is the cold, cold air and the blustery winds. In fact, temperatures on Sunday and Monday probably not getting out of the low to the mid 30s in many sections with a strong northwest wind. And high pressure begins to build in across the central and southeastern United States, and the ridge axis begins to move across our region with the thicknesses rising across the region too. So that means a little bit more modification in temperature during the midweek period. But notice it's still quite cold here throughout central New York and northern New Jersey and the mid-Atlantic region, even during the day on Monday and Tuesday, as another wave of low pressure across a little short wave here across southeastern Canada moves offshore. The big story here is what happens during the day on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, the GFS has been forecasting no branching between the northern stream and the southern stream, and as a result keeps the flow very progressive, and a cold front moves through the region with a storm system well south and east of the region. And we can see this by early on Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon. It keeps high pressure over the top of us and the storm system well to our south. Now, the European modeling has suggested that this is a little bit further north. We're already going to be in a much colder sector with thicknesses at below 5,400 feet across the Poconos in northwestern New Jersey, and the European model is painting in some snow across the region during Wednesday. Possibly before we get to Thanksgiving, we could have a little bit of snow on the ground. Now, it's still well too early to tell, and we just don't know whether these streams will actually phase or the actual locations of any of this. So I'm not going to forecast any kind of storm here for Wednesday or Thursday as we watch the latest model guidance and also the ensemble model guidance going forward. So we'll keep a monitor on the trends for you, and of course for all the live weather information, forecast, data feeds, Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of stuff is on Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com. We'll be back bright and early again on Wednesday morning for the latest weather information. You know where to go. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a great Tuesday.